also read a full replica of the newspaper on your Android-powered smartphone, on Apple's iPhone, or on your laptop. We have a solution for any device. E-Edition is free for subscribers, or just $7.99 a month. The Bakersfield Californian. We're everywhere and anytime. Subscribe today. Bakersfield.com.
From the Dignity Health Studios of the Bakersfield, California, it's time to open up with real people, real talk about real stuff. And now, a special welcome to our friends throughout California, across the nation, and around the world to this week's edition of Open Up.
Australian accent that's opening us up here and getting us into the show. I'm Don Clark.
I'm Tina Miller.
Tina, you look fabulous today.
Oh, Don, thank you.
What a perfect color for you.
Trying to stick with spring, you know.
I'll tell you. A lot of times Tina and I don't even get to see each other until right now. So it's always a surprise. But
So much going on behind the scenes, Don. Don, first off, I want to say happy birthday to President Bush this morning. 90 years of age and doing a skydive for the 7th time, I believe.
you worked with him or for him,
Yes,
didn't you?
I did, Don, and I had sent these to Chris, and I don't know if he's got them on there. Yeah, I think he's
does.
going to bring it up. Oh, he doesn't have it ready.
All
Okay,
right,
but
all
he'll
right.
bring it up. But it's a little picture of me when I worked for President Bush, the Bush administration, Bush 41, and what an exciting time, Don. So anyway, speaking of exciting, we were anticipating a great guest on the show. He's in the not in the hospital, I apologize.
Doctor's office.
He's in the doctor's office, so we're expecting him to be here. But before then, Don, we have our sponsors.
Let's tell who that guest is in the doctor. It's Ralph Bailey.
Yes.
Ralph Bailey, an important voice here in the Valley, and so
Yes.
he's coming on. We hope right at the end of the show, but
Yeah.
you know what it is, waiting in doctor's offices. That can go on and on. So
So we're wishing you well, Ralph.
Yes.
And hoping to see you soon.
we, one of the things that we're really proud of what we do here on the show is we open up this whole first segment, and we're going to do the second segment as well, to any business that wants to come on, not just a 30-second commercial, although we can do those. But to come on so you really get to know a business, the people behind it, what they do, why
Yes.
they do it, where they do it. And so we have one of our really finest businesses here in their field, and we're talking about a beta weed. And we've got the
Beta weed.
president, the vice president, Dennis Penner, and Mr. Field, Daryl.
File.
And, Files.
Correct.
I'm sorry.
I got corrected on that yesterday.
And so, I know probably everyone in town has driven by your headquarters out there on Rosedale Highway just before you get to Callaway. And but before we sat down and talked, I really didn't realize all of the things that you do. And why don't you first of all, just tell us how you got started in this business, you two. Partnership can be a tough thing, and you've made it last and made it really succeed. So take us there.
And welcome to Open Up.
You bet. You bet. And Dennis, get right into that microphone. They tell us the sound system here, we have to be right up there. So take it away.
You want me to go or you want to go?
Well, we're actually the second generation. It was started by Daryl's dad, Jonah File, and another gentleman, Marvin Bartell. Marvin passed away probably 25 years ago, and then Jonah took it over at that point. At that point, we were both, I think, in high school at that point. And after high school, Daryl went away to college out of town, and I was kind of back and forth. Jonah brought me in as a protege, and we worked on a buyout agreement. And he kind of, ever since high school, he was a sponsor at my high school group at the church, and he saw some abilities in me that he liked, and he brought me on there and mentored me, and he's still mentoring me, and that's been a blessing. I'm really thankful that Lord has blessed me with a mentor like Jonah. He's you can't ask for a more godly man. Somebody that I just very much look up to, been just an outstanding mentor, and then. Knowing that Daryl's dad was the founder, I went to Daryl and asked him after college if he'd be interested in coming on as a partner. And in 2001, we went ahead and did a buyout agreement with Jonah, and we've been running it since 2001. And actually, the Beta Weed will be having their 50th anniversary
Next year.
next October. Will be
Boy.
the company will be 50 years
Wonderful.
old.
Congratulations.
So the Lord's been very gracious, and ups and downs, but the Lord has been very gracious throughout the years.
Dennis, what qualities in you, what gifts and skill sets do you think Jonah saw in you that made him want to take you under his wing and bring you along in this field?
Just my leadership ability. In the high school youth group, I was the youth group president, and I was kind of the one to get things done. He saw that ability in me to be able to take things and move things along and get things done. I think is what he saw.
And what kind of complementary skill set do you have in your partner here that you guys balance each other and strengthen each other, iron against iron?
I'm the more go get it done. Daryl's the more thinker and a lot more compassionate. That's why I have him dealing with the employees and dealing with things. He's his dad's quality in that part. Very compassionate and very, very caring. And I kind of rather.
He can get things done, no doubt. But he also has a pretty keen business intuition. I mean, he can assess and solve things pretty quick, and is right, most of the time. So he can really see with a laser down where to go, the right direction.
Boy, being goal-oriented and compassionate, that's almost two ends of a barbell, and it's hard to get them together, and it seems that's what you two have been able to do.
Yeah. It's been definitely a good growing process for both of us, but it's worked.
So you two have been together for quite a long time.
Yeah.
And, I have to say, when I was looking at your website, I thought you two would look alike. There is a resemblance.
Yeah, we use that to our advantage a lot. If we want to dodge and weave a few times. But, yeah, we're actually second cousins once removed, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Part of this compassion for your employees, I got to attend your a very special picnic event out at one of our parks, River Lakes Parks. I'd never been there. What a setting that is. But you brought all your employees together. You brought in Hodels to feed them and had a real family time. Tell us about why you do that.
Yeah, that we were very proud about that. We've been going now for almost 2.5 years without any recordable incident at work by our employees, and it's been that wasn't by accident. It's been intentional. We worked real hard at doing safety training and really trying to improve our safety culture of our business. Mm-hmm. And so we have about 30 employees, and we have gone, I don't know when the last time we've gone for this long a period without any type of recordable type of incident. So we really wanted to celebrate that.
It was a
everyone.
great time and a very family-oriented time. You could feel the warmth of the occasion. Dennis, take us through the range of things that your company now does for the public.
We have a retail store on Rosedale Highway. We do most stuff that goes with your yard. We have power equipment, everything from mowers to weed eaters, and all the other stuff that goes with it, chainsaws and all this stuff, power equipment that takes as far as taking care of a yard. We also have the fertilizers and the herbicides, the insecticides, everything for outside. We don't do too much inside the house, but everything for outside your yard, your systemic fertilizers, your lawn fertilizers, your tree fertilizers, all the different stuff for that. Then we have our repair shop. We repair what we sell as far as the power equipment. We also repair other company stuff. And then we also do a lot of our own repair on our fleet stuff. We also have an industrial weed control, and we do industrial and commercial, primarily weed control in all up and down California for the most part. It shrunk a little bit. We lost a couple contracts, so we're mainly within 100 miles usually of Bakersfield here for the most part now.
You were saying that you've got some real reasons why people ought to come to your shop rather than go to a national chain like Lowe's or Home Depot, something like that. What advantage do you offer the public out there, the normal customer?
Yeah, I would say for the do-it-yourselfer homeowner, he can come in and get a product that, for spraying for insects or weeds, whatever. But the difference is our products are just a little more higher level grade, not as much diluted down, and plus the big thing is they get the customer service where we can tell them this is what you need for your situation, and just the knowledge base is really good with our personnel there, our sales staff.
You actually train a normal guy that comes in and.
Yeah, we can sell him the sprayer. Tell him what rates he needs to use this product at, and a lot of times people think they know what they want, but when you start asking them what do you need, what do you have, well, this product over here will do a better job for you, then this one's not really going to do that type of thing. But our primary, I'd say our primary customer is the landscape maintenance gardener. So we are going to be selling the better equipment, or the little more of the commercial land line of equipment for doing that type of maintenance. But if you have a bigger property, you're going to need that too.
Okay.
So.
Okay, we're about to go to a break. When we come back, I would like to ask the question, what do you mean by a beta weed? I mean, a lot of people know, but some don't know.
Yeah.
So can we ask that question?
You bet.
When we come back. Thank you so much for staying with us. Thanks to Nature's Food Market and Juice Bar for these delicious drinks. Chuck and Wendy Noss, we love you. We love your people. Talk about educating. They not only give us something good to drink, they also educate the public.
And about to move to make a big move to the old Henley's building.
Yes.
Right across from the Fox Theater. They'll have a drive-through window. These are wonderful people, and they're really committed to all of us being healthy.
Yes, they are. So when we come back.
We do our research.
We're shoppers.
I was hoping I could save money with Personal Express insurance.
We've had other quotes from other companies.
And in shopping around, it was the best price.
When she actually ran the numbers, I was shocked at the savings that I had.
I have checked around. Personal Express Insurance is less. They have great rates.
They're one of the lowest around that I've found.
Nobody can beat Personal Express Insurance.
Low rates with the local advantage. That's Personal Express.
Looking for a career change? Interested in law enforcement? Well, let West Tech prepare you. West Tech offers training in corrections and detentions, basic post classes, baton and firearms, weaponless defense, chemical agents, and security guard training.
Fall out!
Every day we're going home! West Tech can also prepare safety and security assessments for your company. Let West Tech solve your law enforcement training needs. Contact West Tech today at 661-387-1055.
Introducing TBC Mobile from the Bakersfield, California. The most complete news, sports, weather, video, opinion, and lifestyle coverage in Bakersfield and Kern County. It's the easiest way to stay up to date on all things local while on the go. Read it on your smartphone or tablet. Download now by searching Bakersfield Californian in the Apple, Google, and Amazon app stores.
The Bakersfield Californian is a great read on the iPad, but did you know that the Bakersfield Californian is available on your Kindle Fire? Or how about Google's Nexus 7, the Nook? You bet. You can also read a full replica of the newspaper on your Android-powered smartphone, on Apple's iPhone, or on your laptop. We have a solution for any device. E-Edition is free for subscribers, or just $7.99 a month. The Bakersfield Californian. We're everywhere and anytime. Subscribe today. Bakersfield.com.
Kern Business Journal contains news and information from local business leaders and organizations. Topics include agriculture, health and medical, energy, real estate, and more. Visit KernBusinessJournal.com to find out how to subscribe or where to pick up a free copy. To inquire about advertising in the bi-monthly Business Journal, call 395-7586. Find us online on Facebook and Twitter, as well as on KernBusinessJournal.com.
If you own or operate a private dental practice and need help with claim submissions, claim follow-ups, updating patients' accounts, or posting insurance payments, turn to Thorne Dental Claim Professionals. TDCP is dedicated to providing trained dental claim specialists to take care of your dental insurance billing and claims. Your patients are your #1 priority, so give them the attention they need by trusting in TDCP to take care of your administrative tasks. For more information, visit www.dentalclaimprofessionals.com or call them today.
Welcome back. We are back. It is Open Up time.
You bet, and we're so glad this segment of Open Up is sponsored in part by Kern Electric Construction and Electric. There it is, and there's your phone number, 322-5554. Easy to remember. We're talking about Robert Miller heading this company, a man who can do anything and everything around your house and property.
Yes, and by bakersfit.com, Bill Robinson. Bakersfield, if you want to get fit, the man to see is Bill Robinson. Bill is energetic, and you know, it's so interesting. I came driving down past his store the other day, by the studio, and he came outside and grabbed a pole and elevated his body, his feet so high above his head. He's so fit, and he wants to get Baker's fit.
You bet. And he has been named the best personal trainer 2 years in a row here in this city. So we're talking about someone who really knows his stuff.
Yes, indeed, Don. So we're back with our sponsors for today.
A Beta Weed.
A Beta Weed. We're talking with Daryl File and Dennis Penner. Okay, there we are. These two guys look so much alike. I thought they were, and they turned out to be relatives. But talk to us about a beta weed. What does a beta weed mean? And tell us too where the name
a lot of people drive by beta weed and for years and years, and then when they stop in and see what we do, they go, "I didn't know you guys did this." You know, they have a different image in their mind, right?
Okay.
So, but a beta weed, which started in 1965. Started as a weed control company, weed abatement company.
Okay.
And what they were doing back then was weed control primarily in the oil industry. You know, pipelines around oil wells and facilities and that type of thing.
Okay.
For fire prevention, for safety purposes, be able to detect leaks, so, you know, find out where the valves are at, that kind of thing. So. So we did that for years, and then eventually in the 70s added the retail end of things with lawn and garden equipment.
Okay.
And we also sell parts for equipment too, for repairs, and we have a great repair shop. So kind of in a nutshell, I would say we are a leading custom application company for weed control, and then also outdoor power equipment for the greens industry, for lawn and garden, and we sell fertilizers. So we're kind of a multi-pronged, kind of a 3 different profit center business.
Okay.
That's been well established in Kern County. We've changed with the times as well. Different pesticides come and go. You know, in the state of California, there's more and more regulation and all that. So we've had to adapt and change.
And the name has always been the same?
The name has always been a beta weed. Yeah.
Okay.
Abate means to get rid of, and it's to get rid of weeds. And the other thing that I was told is Marvin, he wanted to be the first on the list. When you look in the yellow pages, he wanted to be at the top. So it had to be something AB. He didn't want AAA. That didn't do. So they came up with Abate. He figured that was going to stay at the top of the list. Whenever you looked in the yellow pages, he was going to be at the top of the list. And that's where he wanted to be, at the top of the list.
Talk about changing times. Do we even do the yellow pages anymore? I know we do. Well, that's one of the things that we like to do here on Open Up. It is about opening up. And you guys have been friends since high school, and now partners in lifetime. But partnerships can be tough. I mean, tell us any of the rough patches you've kind of gone through and how you got through those as partners and stayed close and focused on what you're doing.
Well, for me, you're right. I mean, I had a good banker friend tell me, the only ship that doesn't sail is a partnership.
Yeah, true.
And that does take work. Any successful partnership does take work. But I think you touched on it earlier. We understand and appreciate each other's strengths, and we have our hats that we wear. But a lot of times, I will go to Dennis, and because I do tend to overanalyze things a little too long, and I'll plug into him, to help me make a faster decision. So I lean on him in that way, and that's been those times are very fulfilling for me as just a person, as a businessman. Be able to make the right decision, have a different set of eyes, and
Yes.
really appreciate that, and set aside any difficulties or anything, and hey, what's best for the business? We're stewards. God's blessed us with this business, and it's all His. So it's not about me. Let's see what's best for the employees, for customers, and move forward that way.
Dennis, you're the other end of this barbell. How has it worked the opposite for you with Daryl?
I think very much what he said. I think for me, it is very much a relationship, somewhat like a marriage. I mean, a lot of times we spend more time with each other than we do with our wives. And I think for the most part, our relationship with the Lord comes in, and that's foremost. And so we both put that as a primary, and then and He helps us in guiding our wants, and our needs are kind of secondary to that. And I think that's where. You look at society today, and marriage people don't have a reason to stay together. Well, if you have a higher purpose that you're working towards, that gives you a purpose to stay together and to work things out properly. And I think both of us have a higher purpose. The business isn't our business; it's the Lord's business, and we're there to be the good stewards of it that we can. And so we have a higher purpose. We're not there to make our name people remember. Dennis or Daryl. 20 years from now, hopefully they'll remember Abeituid in a positive way, and that's us being the stewards that the Lord wants us to be.
What is your shared vision for the future?
To be the best steward that the Lord, to steward the stuff the Lord gives us, and to be the best steward that we can,
Do you see,
honoring Him in whatever we do.
Do you see a major expansion of your business? Other outlets, anything like that?
We've talked about that, and that's still on the map. Just don't know how soon. I think nowadays one of the biggest things we're struggling against is how to stay healthy as a business with all the taxes and regulations, and the burden on small businesses is just really hard. Over the recent years.
Given our California business climate, could you have started this business now and make it succeed? You're shaking your head no, Dennis. Tell us.
I look at all the different kinds of insurance that I have to have. It's ridiculous.
It's daunting. It really is.
And we're always scared that we're checking with our guy. Are we covered for this? Everything from the sexual harassment and to the liability to it's just on and automobile and the umbrellas and this umbrella and that umbrella, umbrella for this property. Just because if somebody trips on my piece of property, they're going to sue my company and take my company. And so just the different insurances that we have is just It's ridiculous for the most part, because everything is so happy that you just got to have, and you're just hoping and praying that you have that one thing for that one thing that's going to hit you. It's very difficult to there's a tremendous amount of cost, and to try to build up a customer base and yet try to cover all those costs, I can't see. It'd be very, very difficult. You'd have to have something very unique and something very in demand in order to start up a new business nowadays.
Daryl, do you see just more and more of the same, more regulations, more stringent requirements? Do you see any kind of turning of this climate in California? And is the legislature getting the word? What do you see?
Some legislature is getting the word, yeah. And that's important. We are involved. I think a small business has to be involved politically nowadays to give a voice. I've always said you can't really complain unless you're out there trying to do something. And there are just continual bills out of Sacramento that hurt small business.
Boy, and there's Texas out there saying, "Come our way."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see the temptation. I really can.
Yeah.
Wow. How terrible it is, to hear this, how even in this day and time, there's no encouraging word for someone to start a business unless it's unique or something, as you were saying. So what I hear you saying as you have continued, I heard you say, Dennis, that your business is the Lord's business. And I like that. So that's what has kept you strong and keeping you going on?
Personally, yes.
Yes, personally.
And we give Lord the glory for what business we have. I mean, he's been very gracious. I mean, there's a lot of businesses of our type up and down the state, lawn repair businesses. I think the market's about half of what it was 10 years ago. So in the repair business, there's about half of those companies that were here, and so we feel very blessed to be able to be still around in that kind of environment.
Wow, wonderful.
Well, Dennis and Daryl from a Beta Weed,
okay.
we want to put up
Yes.
your contact information. There they are, Beta Weed, first in the Yellow Pages. You still have Yellow Pages. And there's their website, abetaweed.com, 5890615. Every reason in the world to give these people this local business your business instead of walking into maybe Lowe's or someone else there. They do the same thing and do it as cheap and as well and maybe at a little higher level of quality. So we commend you guys and your business. We're so grateful that you've come on as our sponsor today.
Yes,
and
thank
we're proud
you.
of you.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Okay, we are going to break, and when we come back, we are going to talk a lot about technology, Don.
Yes, and also tell us, Chris, when you've got those photos of coming up in the next break. All right, we're gonna see Tina with President Bush. All right, we'll be right back.
If you own or operate a private dental practice and need help with claim submissions, claim follow-ups, updating patients' accounts, or posting insurance payments, turn to Thorne Dental Claim Professionals. TDCP is dedicated to providing trained dental claim specialists to take care of your dental insurance billing and claims. Your patients are your #1 priority, so give them the attention they need by trusting in TDCP to take care of your administrative tasks. For more information, visit www.dentalclaimprofessionals.com or call them today.
Court reporting is an enjoyable career that pays well. Enrollment in the court reporting program at Taft College West Tech will help you learn everything you need to know about making a verbatim record. Apply your training as a deposition reporter, official court reporter, or cart provider. Become a certified shorthand reporter and earn a starting salary of $50,000 a year or more. Call 387-1055 for more information. Court reporting, the career you've been looking for.
Follow the Gades live on Bakersfield.com every Saturday during football season. Every Bakersfield College football game will be broadcast live on Bakersfield.com starting September 6th when the Gades visit Riverside. Follow the action on Bakersfield.com Saturday, September 6th at 6 o'clock. Join the Bakersfield Californian and Bakersfield College exclusively on Bakersfield.com.
Save 50 to 90% with the Bakersfield Californians Daily Deal featured on Bakersfield.com. A daily deal is offered each weekday on services from local restaurants, dry cleaners, health and beauty services, retail shops, and local activities for the entire family. The Daily Deal is 100% local. Find these amazing deals only at dailydeal.bakersfield.com.
Hi, Corey Costello here, host of Roadrunner Rundown, Tuesdays, 10 a.m. right here on Bakersfield.com. It's the official program of CESUB Athletics. We bring you inside the program with interviews with coaches and student athletes. Of course, everybody's favorite Corey versus. I mean, people like to see me in embarrassing athletic situations. And, of course, we'll have all the highlights from around the Roadrunners as well. So join us for Roadrunner Rundown, Tuesdays, 10 a.m. right here on Bakersfield.com.
The Bakersfield Californian is a great read on the iPad, but did you know that the Bakersfield Californian is available on your Kindle Fire? Or how about Google's Nexus 7, the Nook? You bet. You can also read a full replica of the newspaper on your Android-powered smartphone, on Apple's iPhone, or on your laptop. We have a solution for any device. E-Edition is free for subscribers, or just $7.99 a month. The Bakersfield Californian. We're everywhere and anytime. Subscribe today. Bakersfield.com.
All right, welcome back. I'm so proud of my co-host here. She's formerly in the Navy and worked with the first President Bush, with Bill Clinton,
Yes,
with
Don.
Ronald Reagan. I mean, you've covered the whole spectrum of politics out there, my dear. So let's, have we got those pictures, Chris? We want to, Tina, go ahead and wish him happy birthday. You worked with him?
Oh, happy birthday, President Bush, President George Herbert Walker Bush, 90 years of age today, and we hear that you are doing your 7th skydive. So, and you're excited about it, and here's another.
Look at that.
First picture was at the White House Christmas party. This one was a social function and having a wonderful time. He was an excellent man, treated all of his employees the same. So thank you so much for the opportunity of serving in your administration.
What a privilege. What a
yes,
privilege.
yes, Don. And he's 90 years of age
90
today.
years old and still jumping out of airplanes.
Still jumping, and the excitement in it. So.
And he told you why he did that.
He has I just lost a little contact, but he likes it for the excitement, the adrenaline, and I mean at 90 he is not stopping. So
Keeping him young. All right.
Yes. So
Well, we have a wonderful guest.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Oh, yes. Our guest at this time is Kelly Espiritu, and she is the director of children's ministry at Calvary Chapel.
Yes, ma'am.
And you were on with Scott Cox yesterday.
That was an adventure.
Yeah. yes. I love Scott Cox. So, and here you are today, and we are talking about technology,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
And how children are involved in it, how they can teach us, and what we can learn from it.
Right, exactly.
Talk to us, Kelly.
Well, we grew up, I consider us baby boomers. We grew up without this technology.
Right.
And we grew up learning linearly, A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3. Well, the generation under us now learns mosaically. So we are the digital immigrants, and they're the natives. So parents my age, they're really not in the know what their high schooler kids are in or their college age kids are into. And not that we're trying to spy on them. It's just that technology is not going away. And so I am providing a free seminar on Saturday. And it's titled "Help, I'm a Parent of a Tech Savvy Teen." Because when I speak at conferences, the whole gist is I just can't keep up. And then they give up.
Yeah.
And that's the last thing that we need to do. Because think about, were we ahead of our parents as teenagers and were we ahead of our parents? I was. And I'm so glad they didn't know what I was going into. But it's not that we're spying, it's just accountability, and it's an empowering for parents is what I'm about. So I just talk about the differences, and they don't understand why their faces are glued to their devices. But this is what they grew up with. We were talking with Scott yesterday. You give a 2-year-old or a 58-year-old an iPad, the 2-year-old's going to know what to do instinctively.
Yes.
And it's part of and again, it's not going away.
Right.
It is not going away. So I just want to provide a workshop for them to empower them and to help them navigate this.
And
To help parents.
Parents.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. And we have a number of them here that don't know technology.
Yes, and that's an inferior feeling that it causes, and I want to free people up with that.
Okay.
I'm not an expert, but I know enough to navigate, and I feel free. Then I can relate to those that I serve in ministry, but also my own kids, and maybe my grandkids one day.
Yes.
How old are your children, Kelly?
Alyssa is 22, Jordan is 20, and Kiani is 19, going into the U.S. Merchant Marines, by the way.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
So.
You know, Kelly, I just finished reading the book Jobs, about Steve Jobs.
Yes.
And the revolution that he brought, the ability to invent something that a 2-year-old or 4-year-old can just instinctively know how to operate. I mean, the genius to be able to make it that simple.
It is
But
simple.
one of the things, I'm another generation removed from all of this. And And one of the things that just clobbered me when I read the book is I am a fossil. I mean, technology has moved so fast, so far beyond anything that I've ever experienced.
It could be frustrating.
Yeah.
And you want to give up, but we shouldn't, because we don't want to wake up to a world that we no longer know.
Yes.
And that's what I'm about. But your generation paved the way for us. And we need to honor that and not discount people who are over 40, if you will, because we can still learn. I want to be a lifelong learner, and I don't want to be discounted in a conversation because I don't know what things are.
Now, my son says I ought to be
Oh,
embarrassed
the
to
flip
still
phone.
be carrying around this flip phone. But, I don't want to take a picture. I just want to make a call, receive a call. I don't want to have to go through all
And
of that
that's
stuff.
fine. And that's fine because and that is your prerogative, and that is fine. You're no less of a person.
But it's not fun. I mean, because there are so many more things going on. Just
Do you
with our
want to learn? That's the
that
question.
Want to learn? Yes.
Oh, I like
Awesome.
what Kelly said. She says, "And you're no less of a person."
Whoa.
You're not.
I'm not sure about that.
This generation before is again, they paved the way, but this generation now, that's all they know.
Yeah.
Right.
A typewriter, an LP, a record. They don't know, so I don't judge them. But that's only the world that they know. Okay, like when I traveled to Israel, those Hebrew women are very confident, and they would walk through. If you and I are speaking, they'll just walk right through us. In America, we walk around. There's a bit of etiquette, but that's what they know. So I used to judge the youth pastors when I'm talking to them, and they would get a call and they would pick up their phone and look. Oh, that would fry my bacon. It's like, you're disrespecting me. But I understand, because it's the connectivity that they're born with. Okay, and moms and parents now. When we were waking up with our at 2 a.m. in the morning with our babies, we had maybe Johnny Carson or whatever. What do they have now? Well, they're on the internet going, oh, there's a mole on my daughter's head. What is that? It might be cancer. There's an overwhelming information that freaks them out. They need just to exhale. It's going to be okay, because life happened before this.
Kelly, now in your conference seminar, is it seminar?
Yes, in my seminar workshop.
You will be teaching adults how to use iPads, phones, and things of this nature? Is that
I'm
what it
going
is?
to give them, I'm going to explain the characteristics
Okay.
of digital natives, why they're so connected.
Okay.
I coach softball at Stockdale High School, and we go to away to travel, and we collect phones at 9 o'clock. So all of them are on the dresser, okay? They can come back at 9 a.m. to pick up their phones. We don't want them texting. We don't want them posting. We want them sleeping. And we want them engaging with one another,
yes.
okay?
Excellent.
So we bring the phones in. We lie them all down. It's like clockwork. I can count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 9 o'clock. Coach, can I have my phone? It's part of their, it's like the air that they breathe. And I used to be frustrated with that. But I get it, because that's the way that they were raised.
But Kelly, I was out at Sam Lynn Ballpark for the 4th of July celebration one time, and walked up to the very top of the bleachers, and I was leaning back against the rail, and the sky, it hit that part of the celebration where the sky was just exploding with color and glory and beauty and noise, and there was a young girl right beside me sitting, and she was going,
Yes, sir.
She never looked up.
Yes, sir.
She never saw it. She missed the whole. Well, she got something, but it wasn't what was going on right there
in the sky.
I feel I'm hearing you, and just like things that are good. I love Chipotle, but if I had Chipotle every day, it'd be no bueno for me. In life, we have to balance things. Okay, same with this. And what I'm finding in my research is that moms and dads are even being told by teenagers, "Mom, put your phone down." Sometimes when we're eating dinner, Kiani says, "Mom, put your phone down." So there's a time and place for
Yes,
things.
I've heard that before.
Parents have baskets. They're going to unplug. Teenagers are fasting their phones. They're fasting social media. They're yes, ma'am. They're regulating themselves. So I used to think down on them, if you will, because I'm older and I know better. But not really. I respect them because they're self-regulating.
Yes.
In the research and as I talk to college and I talk to high school and I go around the nation and I speak, I talk to them and I watch them. I was on a panel and we were taking, it was a Q&A time. And what I did was, I did it on purpose, is while they're talking, I took a picture. I took a picture, and I'm going to make some people mad here. But when I went back for my Q&A, a gentleman said, the reason why I'm in here is because you snapped a pic during the Q&A. I said, thank you for noticing, because I want to post this because I want to be relatable, and it's just part of what we do. Now, we have to learn a balance with that. We do. We don't do selfies during funerals. There is, and then the military as well. You have to have that discipline. Even and with parents, this is the main thing that I want to talk about. Parents today, if you can hear me, make sure that you are teaching internet and phone etiquette, just like you're teaching your son and daughter to say please and thank you.
Wow.
I love
And
that.
we're not doing that, us baby boomers, because we feel inferior. We don't know what that is.
Kelly, that's an excellent point. Say it again. The
Parents,
etiquette.
please.
Yes.
Even if you're a high school parent, we feel like we can't go back. Hey, I read God's Mercy Anew every morning. So just say, hey, kids, Mom and Dad have failed, but today is a new day. What I want you to do when we go to dinner, go ahead and put your phone away.
Yes.
When I'm talking to you, if you cannot check your messages when your pocket's vibrating, I would appreciate that respect.
Yes.
We have to teach that.
Yes.
It's funny because today people are texting their bosses that are going to be late. I can't even imagine that, but that's what's happening. And it's a different generation. Now, it's not necessarily bad, and I used to think it's bad. But I understand. And why has my view changed? It's because I've been researching, I've been talking with our 20-somethings, with our teens, and I get it. That's all they know. My dad, at 82, why are you texting her? Just call her. It is easier to text. But again, take that time away to put things away and just to look someone in the eye.
Right.
Yeah.
And they are self-regulating. They are.
That's good.
Kelly, Chris, we're going to run it just a little long here. Kelly, one of the things that Steve Jobs himself inventing all this stuff, but he was traveling all over the world, South Africa and Europe and everywhere, and he noticed that everywhere he went, young people were with their, and what he realized was that today, for young people, the whole world is one.
Sir, yes, sir.
Tell us about
there is something about connectivity, okay? And there's also something about a reward system. When gamers game, they go to the next level. Well, that gives you some dopamine. It's a reward system. Just like an incentive for a 3-year-old to do something good, they get a sticker on the wall. Well, they're so connected because they get like a fix, okay, for gaming wise. But also just when they post and they look at their Facebook and that little red dot that has a number in there, that they feel validated. And what I tell the parents, let your children be validated by doing what is right.
Yes. Excellent.
Not about the number that's in there. And that takes some, and we don't know it's a new venture. This is something new for us. We get to pioneer that. So that's what I talk about in the seminars, like, this is something new. We're on ground that's never been treaded before.
But for young people,
I love 'em.
the world is now one. I mean, there's
It
a
is
new
one.
global awareness among the younger generation across the globe, and this is something we've never seen before.
Unfortunately, the shootings that happened in Oregon, we knew about that.
Yeah.
And one is great. We could pray for them. The other thing is just trivial news travels to and from. And again, there's a balance. So mom and dads, let's teach them really what to look for. And they're going to fail, but let's fail forward together.
All right.
Yeah. Teaching the parents, I love that. Just like we're educating them or teaching them in other areas, this is a way they can be taught as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Etiquette.
And when we come
and
back,
technology.
we have excuse me, sometimes this thing just pops right out of my ear. Anyway, I'll get this later. Anyway, we have a wonderful friend that is bringing us this show, Open Up, into a new dimension technologically, and we're going to talk about that. So we'll be right back.
So, Kelly, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Oh, let's put up your information, Kelly. Do
of
we
course.
have that? There it is.
Here it is. Kelly Espiritu, Calvary Chapel, Bakersfield, 6501 Shira Court, Bakersfield, California. The phone number is 661-397-6000.
All right, Kelly. A great work. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so
Kelly.
much.
Thank you.
If you own or operate a private dental practice and need help with claim submissions, claim follow-ups, updating patients' accounts, or posting insurance payments, turn to Thorn Dental Claim Professionals. TDCP is dedicated to providing trained dental claim specialists to take care of your dental insurance billing and claims. Your patients are your #1 priority, so give them the attention they need by trusting in TDCP to take care of your administrative tasks. For more information, visit www.dentalclaimprofessionals.com or call them today.
Do you need training to find that special job? West Tech is here to help. We offer several training opportunities such as Passport, Confined Spaces, Pediatric CPR, Medic First Aid, Defensive Driving, and Agricultural Safety. Whether you are an individual sent to us by an employment agency or one of our many large business clients sending in huge teams of employees for training, our solutions can meet your unique needs. West Tech, we change people's lives.
Current Business Journal contains news and information from local business leaders and organizations. Topics include agriculture, health and medical, energy, real estate, and more. Visit currentbusinessjournal.com to find out how to subscribe or where to pick up a free copy. To inquire about advertising in the bi-monthly Business Journal, call 395-7586. Find us online on Facebook and Twitter, as well as on currentbusinessjournal.com.
The new book is out. That was easy. I would title this thing sort of a description of what raising children is like. That was easy. I've been writing columns now for about 25 years. Writing has always been a conversation. You're taking somebody by the hand for 3 or 4 minutes and you're not letting go. The new book, That Was Easy. Nothing easy about any of this, but we've had some fun and I hope you guys will have some fun looking at this book.
The Bakersfield Californian is a great read on the iPad, but did you know that the Bakersfield Californian is available on your Kindle Fire? Or how about Google's Nexus 7, the Nook? You bet. You can also read a full replica of the newspaper on your Android-powered smartphone, on Apple's iPhone, or on your laptop. We have a solution for any device. E-Edition is free for subscribers, or just $7.99 a month. The Bakersfield Californian. We're everywhere and anytime. Subscribe today. Bakersfield.com.
Save 50 to 90% with the Bakersfield Californian's daily deal featured on Bakersfield.com. A daily deal is offered each weekday on services from local restaurants, dry cleaners, health and beauty services, retail shops, and local activities for the entire family. The daily deal is 100% local. Find these amazing deals only at dailydeal.bakersfield.com.
Welcome back to Open Up. What
You
an
bet.
exciting time, Don.
Hey, Tina and I, coming up in July, our birthdays are just,
13 days apart.
Yeah, 13 days apart. So we've divided it in half.
Yes.
And on July the 17th, that'll be our show on Open Up. We're going to have a birthday show. And instead of getting gifts, we're going to give gifts.
Yes.
And all of our sponsors are kind of chipping in with things we're going to give away. I'm going to give away at least 4 passes to the Maya Theater and all the popcorn and soft
Movies.
drinks you can use. And
Yes.
and so it's just a matter of calling in, and 10th caller or whatever, we'll figure it out. But we just want to give away a ton of stuff to you
Yes.
good folks out there who've been loyal viewers and watchers. So anyway,
And-
and that's July 17th, Thursday, July 17th.
Yes, so you want to don't miss a show up until July 17th. But and Don will be doing a lot of stuff with Facebook.
Okay.
And so we have our guest on the show that's going to talk about that.
You bet.
Because they are the smart ones. Just like Kelly was just on the show said, we need to be educated or taught technology.
And we're talking about Jeremy and Daniel Wright. We're so
Yes.
glad. And you'll probably, if you don't recognize them, you've certainly probably heard them before on KERI, right?
Yes.
And the Power
Power
of Prayer,
of
one of the
Prayer.
most powerful radio shows on the air right now. You guys should be national.
Don. Yes.
Sitting here and really
God be the
invoking
glory.
God's power
Yeah.
over our city.
Come in,
And so move right up to the mic.
Yeah,
That's
Jeremy,
what
you'll have to
Chris
talk
is saying.
right into it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you're soft-spoken,
So,
Jeremy.
yeah, so-
And so we've just had this thing on technology. And
Yes. And here they are to talk with our audience about working our Facebook page for Open Up. Talk to us about Facebook.
Facebook is just another way that we can open up. When you think about it,
love
social
it.
media,
Yes.
it's a way for us to create ideas, to
Yes.
share ideas, to maintain those loose associations, and then the really close associations. Facebook is great. Don, oh my gosh, I saw that you had what looked like the beginning of a Facebook page.
Well, I didn't even know I had it. Really, I didn't even know it was there. So
He didn't even know he had it. And this is so fun. And Tina, you just shared a wonderful picture on Open Up with you. I think that's great.
President Bush.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, we could certainly share that on your Facebook page, and so many people, without any borders or limitations, could see that picture all around the world. Certainly, this is the global Open Up.
You know, that is amazing. Even without trying, we've got viewers in at least 7 countries out there. We're so glad that you've joined us. We've got viewers in about 50 cities around. Sometimes not a lot, but a few. They're out there.
Yes.
And about 3,000 more up and down California.
Yes.
And speaking of birthdays.
Okay, yes, birthday.
First of all, happy birthday in advance.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Mine's July 13th, his July 26th. And
so it's like
13 days apart.
And then your show is on the 17th.
Right.
Yes, the
well,
show is on the 17th.
we are going to help you celebrate with Facebook.
Great.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
All of your friends can come to your birthday party.
I'll bake a cake. You'll bake a cake, okay?
You mean
And
both?
I
both?
think we've created an Open Up with Don and Tina Facebook page, and we
Yes.
see how so many people are liking that page.
Yes.
You've got to complete the Facebook page, Don, and I'll be happy to help you.
You bet.
Because
You and me,
your
boy.
friends want to connect with Open Up. We were shocked to see how many likes Open Up was getting in just a matter of just 1 or 2 days.
Wow.
So Danielle and I are monitoring this thinking, oh, this is just amazing, because more people are going to be able to connect with the best internet TV show on the web.
Well.
And you guys are the golden pair on the air.
Golden pair.
Our favorite pair.
Yes.
Well, Tina has a golden pair.
Yes.
Do you mind?
No,
Please.
no.
All right, thank you.
Oh.
Danielle, tell a little bit about how we could probably we could interact on the show with some of our Facebook folks.
Yeah, what we do on the Power of Prayer Radio, and it works well, and we can't wait to implement it over here, is while you're on air, people can actually send in questions or even call
That'd be
right there
great.
from Facebook.
Oh,
so they
yes.
can type a question, say, hey, Tina, tell me more about what you did when you were working with President Bush. And we can get that question, send it right to you, and it's instant, it's right now. And that's the great thing about social media. There's no gaps. And so someone that's over in Africa that may be watching, or India, can do the same thing, can type a question in, or post a picture, or anything they want to, and interact with you here on Open Up in another country.
Well, here's our pledge to our viewers. Tina and I have already discussed that if we do this, we're going to open up this show with more time. We may go not just an hour, but an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, so that we can really bring in these questions and this interaction. We want that to happen.
Yes, yes.
I have a question for you, Don.
Sure.
Do you have a smartphone?
No, I don't. I have a flip phone.
Well, so many people have smartphones. Isn't that great? And we have the internet access right at our fingertips almost everywhere. And so it's so great that we could, create even a Twitter account and have people following and commenting. As a matter of fact, we were able through this smartphone to learn that unfortunately, your guest that was scheduled had a doctor's appointment. He wishes that he could be present, and he asked me to give you that message through this smartphone. So the interaction is just unlimited.
Well, Kelly, who was just here, was talking about those of the other generations that kind of feel left behind and then just give up. And I can know that feeling. How am I ever going to learn this stuff? So, Jeremy, I'm going to let you be my mentor and my tutor and bring me into the 21st century. Somebody better.
And what's really nice about that, and I appreciate that, those are really nice words, but what's nice about that is the relationship is mutually beneficial. Because as I was talking to you about how you start your day, you said, I draw from about 4 different sources of wisdom. So if you're asking me to help you post this wisdom to Facebook, won't I be the better for having helped you? So this is a way for us to bridge those generational gaps.
You know, that's so wonderful because each morning I try to absorb all this wisdom from so many different sources, and yet I really don't have an outlet to share it with others, what I've learned this morning in my readings and reflections. And to have a source to do that, it will be a blessing to me.
Fantastic.
Get ready to
30 seconds to credit.
Hey, Ralph Bailey, who should have been here, his doctor's office. Hope everything went well. We'll have you. We've got a minute. We don't have to rush.
Okay. Yes, as Don was saying, Ralph, we look forward to seeing you next time. And but many thanks to our 2 guests who just on the spot was able to sit in and talk about technology.
Are you kidding? Open Up?
Tell us, what about Open Up? You love Open Up.
This is what our community needed. It is a breath of fresh air blowing over this region. We get to learn in depth about people who have similar values, who've lived and worked hard, who operate businesses.
Right. Yes.
I didn't know about a beta weed, but I sure need their services. And so you're just connecting us, and it's a blessing.
And I want to pay a compliment to a fellow that you don't see on the air, but he's right on the other side of the glass here, and that's Chris McCullough. He's the one that has brought us into the technology of this show. And Chris is just one of the best producers I've ever run into. I've been in this a long time, and Chris really is so intelligent, has so many good ideas for the show. So as Open Up goes on, we hope to really be
he's the one. Chris is the one talking in our ears. 15 seconds, 10 seconds, and we're saying bye. Thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to next time.